looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that we part. We are blessed, we are holy, we are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Vador nagid galecha, little Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Little Vador, these lips will praise your name. These lips will praise your name.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to our week 6 Friday night Shabbat service from beautiful Yagu Scout Reservation and the beautiful Temple of the Ten Commandments. We're glad that you could be here with us wherever you are. Please remember, the challenge is, how is this Friday night different from all other Friday nights? Everything is just a little bit different. And if you are watching and would like to record your observations in the box underneath the screen, who knows, there might be a special award at the end of the summer awaiting for you and for those who have been watching. We've got a shout out this week to several folks who have been watching us, and we want to, like I said, give a shout out to Shane and Michael and Jake and Stephen and Debbie and Lucas and Nathan and Brent. They've been watching us and putting comments in the comment box, so you feel free to do the same. Let us know what you see that is different. So tonight we're going to begin, as we always do, with singing Shabbat Shalom. And this is where we insert Shabbat Shalom, and we will continue with wrapping ourselves in the talit. This is our rainbow, beautiful, multicolored talit, our prayer shawl. We wrap ourselves in this talit. And many people put it over their heads, just like this. Many people just wrap it around their shoulders. We are wrapping ourselves in our tradition. And as we wrap ourselves in Shabbat and our tradition, we will continue with our blessing over our Shabbat lights. May our hearts be lifted. May our spirits refreshed as we light these Shabbat lights. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. You sanctify us with your mitzvot, and you command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. May we be blessed with Shabbat light. May we be blessed with Shabbat joy. May we be blessed with Shabbat peace. Let's take a moment before we officially welcome Shabbat and welcome the angels of Shabbat. Let's take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let go of all the burdens and the struggles and the issues of the week. Let them all go. Just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath with me, And just breathe out all of those tensions and upsets and irritations of the week. Let them go. Shabbat is a time just to let all of that go. Let all of that go. And we're just going to be one with that spirit, the spirit of Shabbat. And so we are going to welcome our Shabbat with the angels of Shabbat. We are taught there are angels that come to us on Shabbat, and we welcome them and we ask them to bless us. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nilei Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Greetings to you, welcome, angels of Shabbat, angels of the Most High, messengers of the Eternal One. Come to us in peace. Bless us with peace and depart in peace on this day of peace. Oh, you messengers of the Holy One, of blessing the Most High. And so this is how we begin our Shabbat, welcoming angels of peace and asking to be blessed with peace. So this Shabbat, I have a question. And this is our question for Shabbat. This is our moment where we think about what it means, what these angels represent. Who are your angels of peace? I'm going to ask you, just think, and if you'd like to write your answers in the box underneath the screen, feel free to do so. Who are your peaceful angels? Is it a friend? Could it be a parent, a teacher, a sibling, someone you know, your scoutmaster, somebody in your troop? Who is it in your life that gives you peace? Who do you want to welcome in peace into your life? Who brings peace to your heart when you're upset, for example, or when you're sad, or when you're worried? Who is it that comes into your life and your heart and brings you a little bit of peace? Who is it that blesses you with peace? And whom do you want to bless with the blessing of peace? Take a moment, think of all of the people around you, and ask yourself, to whom do you want to wish peace for and peace to on this Sabbath day, on this day of peace? Take a moment, think of that. If you have a name, if a name comes to mind, put that in the box underneath the screen. Write it down. And finally, sometimes argue with somebody. We're not so peaceful with another person. Somebody we don't agree with, perhaps. Somebody we might have a fight with. Sometimes a sibling. Sometimes a parent. How is it that we can make things so that you leave each other in peace as well? These are the questions to ask as we begin our Shabbat, as we think about what the peace of the Shabbat means. Because in just a little while, we're going to ask you to wish somebody a Shabbat Shalom. So take all of those angels that you would like to have, bring them into your heart, bring them into your little circle. Who are they? And who would you like to wish a Shabbat Shalom to on this day? Now, from here, we're going to take a moment to think about that, but from here we're going to go right to the reading of our Torah. It's the moment that everybody has been waiting for. So this has been kind of a thoughtful Shabbat, and as you think about those, we're going to remove our Torah from the ark. Our ark is going to be open, and we are going to go ahead and read our Torah for the week. We're going to take it and set it up. There you go. Okay. Okay. All right, Pat. You go ahead and grab it. Max, come around. One hand here, one hand here. There you go. All right. And we're just going to unroll it. Lovely. Perfect. Thank you. So, this is our Torah scroll. As you can see, we're going to sit it up, right, just like this. Some of you may know that the Torah scroll is written. It's handwritten, hand-copied by a person called a scribe, who writes this with a very special ink. And we never touch, we never touch the letters of the Torah scroll, because if we did, the oil on our fingers would erase the letters, and then we could not use it. The Torah scroll, this Torah scroll is older itself, older, in fact, than Yagu, and the words in it, the letters and the paragraphs they're 2,000 years old. In fact, we have scrolls that are 2,000 years old that are exactly identical to this one. This scroll, the Torah, contains the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And we begin reading it at the beginning of the year. And this would be way buried in here, attached to this dowel. And then we keep rolling and rolling and rolling, section by section, each week, a section by section, until all of the Torah scroll is rolled right up on this side and nothing on this side. And then at the end, we roll it right back so that everything is rolled up on this side, and we start over rolling it on this side. And this is what we do year after year after year, continually. Now, Every Shabbat, in every synagogue in the world, the very same Torah portion is read each week. But here at Yagu, we only read one section of the Torah. If you think you know what it is, you can feel free to type it into that little box underneath the screen. If you said the Ten Commandments, you were absolutely correct. At Yagu, we only read the Ten Commandments. Why? Because we are in the temple of the Ten Commandments. And so right here is what you see. You see the Ten Commandments in Hebrew in the Torah scroll, just as it was written in the very, very, very first scrolls 2,000 years ago. That's a pretty long time. Just imagine people copying the same book for 2,000 years, literally without a single mistake, down to the exact number of paragraphs, exact number of letters, and exact number of words. So that's a pretty remarkable feat. Since we do not touch the scroll with our fingers, we use a pointer called a yad, which means hand. I have a whole collection of pointers that were made for me here at Yagu. This one is left-handed. I'm a lefty. Most Torah pointers are right-handed. But this is a lefty. It's actually the only left-handed Torah pointer that I know of. And so tonight, this evening, I've chosen to point and read our Torah scroll from here with this pointer, with our left-handed pointer. So here we go. Anochi Adonai Elohecha, asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avadim. Lo yiyeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai, lo ta'aseh lecha pesel v'chol temuna, asher bashamayim mima'al, v'asher ba'aretz mitachat, v'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz. Lo tishtachave lahem v'lo te'avdem, ki anochi Adonai Elohecha el kana. Poked avon avot al banim, al shileshim, v'al ribeim lesonai, v'osei chesed la'alafim, le'ohavai, u'leshomrei mitzvotai. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav, ki lo yenake Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav. Zachor et yom ha-Shabbat lekadsho, sheshet yamim ta'avod, v'yasita kol melachtecha. V'yom ha-Shvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha. Lo ta'aseh kol melacha, ata uvincha uvitecha, avdecha v'yamatcha uvehemtecha, v'gercha asher b'sha'arecha. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz, et hayam v'et kol asher bam, v'yanach bayom ha-Shvi'i. Al kein beirach Adonai et yom ha-Shabbat v'yekadsheu. Kabed et avicha v'et imecha, leman yarichun yamecha al ha'adama asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Lo tirtzach, lo tin'af, lo tignov, lo ta'aneh v'reacha ed shakir, lo tahamod beit re'echa, lo tahamod eshet re'echa, v'avdo v'amato v'shoro v'chamoro, v'chol asher l're'echa. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall make no graven images, no idols, no statues of anything that flies or crawls or creeps or swims over, on, under, or in the waters of the earth. You shall not pray to them, bow down to them, or worship them, because if you did, because I am the Lord your God, I would not be a happy camper. You shall not take the name of your God in vain. Why? Because if you did, I wouldn't be a happy camper about that either. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall you work and do all manner of your labor, like your blue cards, right? And on the seventh day is Shabbat. You shall not do your work on your blue cards. You may only go and collect them. You and your tent mate and your SPL and your ASPL, anybody else that you know in your troop, you shall only go on Shabbat and collect your blue cards. Why? Because in 6 days did God make the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is within it, and on the seventh day did God rest. Therefore did God bless the seventh day and make it holy. Honor your father, your mother, and your scoutmaster. That's right in there. In order that you shall live long and prosper on this land of Yagu, it's written right here, that the Lord your God has given you. You shall not murder, commit adultery, steal, bear false witness. You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor. Not his blue card, not his merit badges, not his scout knife, not his scout socks either, or his Lamborghini or his Maserati. None of that. You may not covet any of that. Anything that you would like that belongs to your neighbor, you can work for it, work hard, and earn it yourself. And that ends the Ten Commandments with our special Yagu-style translation. We're going to close up our scroll right now. I want to thank Pat and Max, who have honored us by holding our scroll this evening. And there we go. And I'm going to put the all right, let's see if we can. I grab this. You want to put the manual on? Go ahead. Yeah, lift the top and pull the bottom down. And so that was our Torah reading. We're going to soon come to the end of our service, but we always have two special prayers. The first one is one of healing. So if you know anybody who is in need of a little extra healing energy, hold them close. Think of them. Hold them in your heart. If you'd like, you can go ahead and type their name into that space under the screen. Feel free to go ahead and do so as we go through our healing prayer. Misheberach avoteinu, mikor habracha le'imoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imoteinu, mekor habracha la'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And we also Always we remember those who have passed away, who have left this earthly existence. Some we know have died recently. Some have died at this time in years past. And as always, we remember the victims, the people who have lost their lives because of the sickness, the violence, the terror, the hatred that so fills our world. And so we add their names to our thoughts. We hold them in our hearts as well as we continue with our prayer for hope and healing, our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah Be'alma divara chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam lo almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlam maraba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who ordains peace, shalom, on high, bring peace to those who mourn, comfort to those who are bereaved, and healing to our world. And we all say, Amen. So we are about to conclude our service. We are really, really happy that you have joined us. So remember, this is our week 6 Shabbat service of the Yagu Network. We have a few more to go, and please do feel free to join us wherever and whenever you can. Before we leave, before we part from each other this evening, I always ask you to do on Friday night a couple of things. Number one, take a moment, wish somebody a Shabbat Shalom, a day of peace, a day of reflection, a day of thoughtfulness. 2, take a moment for yourselves to sit back, step back, and reflect. Reflect on your week, reflect on your day. Like I said, take a moment to lose some of the burdens of the week that you may have been carrying. Think about how you've grown, what you've learned, maybe what you might have done better. Just take that few moments of peace and some deep breaths. Also, sometime, do a kindness to somebody. Do somebody a good turn. We say, do a good turn daily. Take a moment to give somebody a kind word. Wish somebody a kind thought. You have a special light that you have within you. Spread that light out on the world. Give that light, a little bit of it, to someone else in your life, maybe even a stranger. You are unique. No one is like you in all this world. So take a moment and make your uniqueness a blessing for somebody. It doesn't matter how old they are, how big they are, what color they are, how old they are. It does not matter. Seize the opportunity to bring your light to the world. We call that tikkun olam, fixing the world, repairing the world. And finally, say thank you to somebody. Take a moment of gratitude. Say thank you. A scout is reverent. Part of that is being thankful. Take a moment to be thankful. To say thank you to somebody, or just to be thankful for the world around you, your family, your parents, your loved ones, a special person in your life. Say thank you this Shabbat. And remember, like I said, don't forget to wish somebody a Shabbat Shalom. And with that, we are going to conclude, and we are going to sing our Shabbat Shalom song. And we're looking forward to seeing you right here at the Temple of the Ten Commandments for our next service.
From generation to generation, Lidor Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that will part. We are blessed, we are holy, we are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Little Vador, Nagid Galecha. Little Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Little Vador, these lips will praise your name. These lips will praise